Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 postures into breathing exercises. If at any point something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify postures, you can do something different, or you can skip postures entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat, feet close together, arms down by your side. I'm going to stand back just a little bit and show you in periphery. Take a moment standing up nice and tall, chest proud, shoulders relaxed. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees and fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, push the floor away from you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees instead. Take a child's pose. Sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. All this feels really good. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift, chest forward. Exhale and fold. Let your head hang heavy, stretching the back of your body. Inhale, chin away from your chest, back flat, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up, so say hello to the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop, and we'll hold here for a moment. If that lowering down motion does not feel good for your body, skip it, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, lean forward, hug your elbows in all the way and pull yourself down. Inhale, come up into a back bend. If you're doing up dog, thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, make the arms long, but if you're hyper flexible, make sure that you're not hyperextending your elbow or knee joints. Spread your fingers, press your knuckles down, palms down, heels down. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, back flat, arms with your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last down dog, if you're doing it, try to get your heels to the floor. If you're doing child's pose, try to get your hips to your heels. Press the heels down, lift the hips up, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. That was our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 into yoga. Come to the middle of your mat or your yoga area for 2 sets of pranayama, standing deep breathing. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight to your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You've made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA. Sound head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep. Full lungs. Exhale. Head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Pointing forward. Inhale. Head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels. Thighs contracted, glutes contracted, stomach in. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, pull the abdomen in, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down so the lower body stays still like a statue. Just the neck and arms move, look straight ahead. Exhale, head up. So just your head drops back. Try not to back bend or lean back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly tilt your head back, stretch your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the full 6 seconds to inhale, take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up, use the full 6 seconds to exhale, synchronize your breath with your body movements, elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down, I'll do a few with you. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip, stretch up out of your waist, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears, no room for lighter air between the biceps, arms, and ears, stomach in. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through the nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, head and arms back. Keep your biceps with your ears. Push your left hip a little forward, get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, squeeze your palms together. Use your grip strength, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. So when we look at another person do this posture, it looks like a stretching posture, right? Like you're opening up through your shoulders, your chest, the whole right side body, but you know that it's more than that, right? Your glutes are contracted, quadricep muscles are contracted, stomach is in, you're especially using the lower abdominal muscles, using your left side obliques. Push your biceps into your ears, use your grip strength, squeeze your palms together, still continuously breathing through the nose. Hips forward and arms back. Right hip a little forward, two hips in line, final adjustments. Left shoulder a little forward, two shoulders in line. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, first back bend. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears, try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, eyes open, chest up, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up, decompress the spine. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips, go down with a flat back. Hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves to your Achilles or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Roll forward, hips up, knees back, pull and stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from the chest, arms with the ears, knees can bend as you lift up. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, stretching side body. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Use your other grip, the less dominant grip. Hips forward, arms back, big stretch up. Slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left, looking forward, mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering, let this be some time just for you. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. Push your right heel into the floor, push your left heel into the floor, push your hips to the left beyond your ankle, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the left, press your hips to the right, relax your face, pull your abdomen in, breathe through the nose. Weight in the heels, hips a little forward, upper body back like you're leaning against a wall behind you. Push your right hip a little forward, two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Keep your eyes open, drop your head back. Squeeze your butt. Lift your chest and bring your arms back. Super active arms here. Imagine you're tracing your fingers along the ceiling down the back wall. Whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. So you're feeling a stretch in your throat, right? Your chest, your ribs, your abdomen, your hips. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, push your hands back, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch. Exhale, fold. Lead with your heart all the way down, chin away from the chest. Once hands touch the floor, then let your head hang heavy. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight or tender. There's no right or wrong to that question. A lot of yoga is just a beautiful opportunity to check in with yourself in body, mind, and spirit. Padastasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath, step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Wrap your elbows back, touch elbows to calves, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins, below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels,
Roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs.
Good, change, chin away from the chest, lift from the lower ribs as you come up. Good, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Whew. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Remember that your arms are your counterbalance, so you're reaching your arms forward, sinking your shoulders down as you lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, lean back, spread your toes wide. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and think about tucking your tailbone under a little bit so the lower back is nice and long. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. So squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Go again. Step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, not too big of a step, insides your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, reach your arms forward, triceps tight, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So keep your fingers in line with your collarbones, arms aren't too far apart or too high up or too low down, triceps tight, weight in the heels, stomach in, start to lift up, lift your chin up, chest up, change, come on up, keep your arms there, push your hips forward, spread your toes wide, lift your heels, one day all the way up, stretch up and sit down. Lift your left heel a little higher, right heel a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, still breathing, keep your arms nice and strong, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body. So rather than like sitting all the way down, lift up a little bit. So there's still a gap between hips and the heels. The legs are super strong here. Squeeze knees together, pull your abdomen in, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling and change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, let that one go. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first, keeping in mind I'm not nearing you. Inhale, arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm under left arm, right elbow under left elbow. Cross first at your elbows, again if you can at your wrists, and if you want, you can interlace your fingers and maybe like work out the elbows and the wrists to try and get the fingers in line. From here, see if you can have palms in prayer, thumbs towards your nose. You can also keep your fingers interlaced, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, stay down there, lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left, cross, twist, and eventually wrap your right foot. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit a little lower, pull your elbows down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Let's do the left side. Swing your left arm under your right arm, palms together. Notice if your hands go to the right of your face. Bring your hands back to center, drop the right shoulder down, two shoulders in line. Pull elbows down. Sit down low, keep your hips low, stomach in, lift your chest and bring your left leg over your right leg. Left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. You might notice that this side feels a little or a lot different from the other side. It does for me, and that's okay. We're not symmetrical. And sometimes getting a little bit more symmetrical is a nice byproduct of yoga, but remember that the real goal is like self-realization, right? Getting to know yourself and love yourself better. Knees a little to the left, upper body to the right, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, right in the second set. Swing right arm under left arm, Pull elbows down, so one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit down, stay down there. Lift your chest and bring your right leg over your left leg, hamstring over quadricep, cross, twist, wrap, breathe. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. You want wrists, elbows, knees, ankles all in one line. Sit a little lower, breathe a little slower, stomach in, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, big stretch up, last one. Swing left arm under right arm. It's a rare moment where you can use momentum. Pull elbows down, sit down, keep your hips low, lift up in the chest, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Maybe sitting a little lower in this last one. Think about pushing your top leg into the bottom leg. Think right knee to right, left knee to left, right elbow to left, right elbow to right, left elbow to left. Words are hard. Push your palms together, squeeze, sit down, and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, big stretch up. Slowly with control, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. All right, let's do it. Standing head to knee. Dandayamana Jani Sharasana, the beginning of the balancing series. Shift your weight to your left leg, breathe. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid. Concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Take a breath, kick your heel forward, flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an L like Linda, then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, arms straight, then the right leg, right foot down. So you want to take it step by step, both going in and coming out, if possible. Shift your weight to your right leg. Contract your inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift your kneecap. Use gluteus maximus and minimus to make sure you're using your side seat, as well as your lower abdominal muscles, stomach in. Lift your left leg up, can point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back, stomach in. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, even your thumbs under your foot. Relax your face, flex your toes, lock your standing leg, and when you're ready, slowly, gently, lift your left leg up. It's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You want the left leg exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg locked. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs. Then bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Even if you fall out 5 times, always finish on one leg. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. Beautiful. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, pull abdomen in, round down, pick up your right foot. Try to keep your big toe on the floor the whole time. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Right? If it's not a little bit of fun, why are we doing it? If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Heel forward, hip forward, toes back, stomach in. And whenever you're ready, change. Slowly reverse out. Eventually, step by step, just like you went in. Shift your weight to your right leg. Breathe. Lift your left leg up. Flex your toes back. Round down. Pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Lift your right kneecap. Flex your toes back. Pull your abdomen in. And when you're ready, lift your left leg up. So the longest part is getting the kicking leg to lock. That takes some time. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If you've got the balance, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Keep that big toe down. Move your heel forward, hips to ribs, ribs to hips, stomach in, toes back towards your face. Change. Take your time. Head up, arms straight. Bend the left leg, left foot down. Good for you. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Bring your right hand up. Elbow touches the body. Palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself A high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot, at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear, knees together to start. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. At first, find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. When you're ready, slowly bring your body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Eventually touch your chin to your shoulder blade, scapula stretching away from the body. Kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Body down more, leg up more. Charge your body forward. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. Bring your knees together. My balance is off today. Right arm up and back with your ear. Left hip a little forward. So you start with your hips in line. Lock your right leg. So lift the kneecap. Point your left toes. Option to stay here. Or when you're ready, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Remember, kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The best way to fall is forward, but if you fall forward, you're not kicking hard enough. If you fall backwards, you're not stretching far enough. If you're falling to one side, might be like a little bit of a hip imbalance, right? Keep the chin and chest lifted, mouth closed, eyes open, breathe through the nose. When you're ready, start to come down parallel to the floor. Foot comes directly over the top of your head, not to the right of your head. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, take a breath. So on some days that are like maybe a little bit more difficult than others, like right now, I'm like, ooh, my balance is off, like it's a little harder to breathe than normal. You can still do the postures, right? But maybe you just do like a little bit less. Also, if you do find that you're having like a difficult time in a yoga class, like especially with postures that normally come naturally to you, that's a beautiful opportunity for reflection. You might know why that is, like maybe you're in a new environment or on a beach or whatever that is. Or you might not know, like, why is this posture giving me pause today? And that's like such a wonderful place to be in, to have this space to like ask questions about, what's going on in our day. Okay, second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, so your shoulders opening up. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. So you're opening through the chest and shoulder. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, stretch up. And slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. So I used to have a teacher who would talk about, how deep you go into a posture might tell me something about like, your background, if you were like a gymnast or a soccer player or whatever that is, but how you're conducting yourself in the postures, that's the really interesting thing, right? Is it hard for you to breathe? Do you find that you're pushing yourself more than you need to? Do you find that you're like waiting till halfway into the posture to come down, right? These are the things that are actually the interesting questions to ask. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, so you're already opening through the shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot. A lot of us carry tension, right? Tightness in the shoulder and chest. This opens that area up. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, your shoulders, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. So notice, for example, if you're always a little early into the postures or always waiting till the end, right? If you always fall out 5 times, or you always can stay in it every single time, right? You want to find a sweet spot where you have some stability in your postures, but also from time to time, like maybe you purposely try something new, even if that means you fall out for a while, right? Keep your chin and chest lifted, face calm, lock your right leg, point your left toes, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Okay, come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, sideways, big stretch. palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and stretch up. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot first, stretch, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw, hinge at your hips. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor, so from the side. Body makes the T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Body down, leg up, stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, stomach in, chest up. Step your left foot forward, move your right hip a little forward so your hips are in line. Stretch up, and when you're ready, keep stretching and come down. So the arms and the side torso, side body are active the whole time. Even as you come down, you're actively stretching forward. Stretch the right big toe back, chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, stretch, and when you're ready, come down. So squeeze your glutes the whole time. Don't let the left hip open up, left hip down, spiral inner left thigh up, squeeze palms, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, stretch, and tilt. Keep your right hip down, right foot to the right, so ankle and hip are in line, body down more, leg up more, lift your leg up, leg up, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you, standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. A nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor like a starfish. Lock your legs. You can turn your toes in or point your toes forward. Lift your chest and go down without bending your knees or rounding your spine. So the back stays flat, legs are locked all the way down. You're welcome to start with your hands on the floor in front of you, especially if you find that your knees are bending. Put your hands on the floor, walk your hands forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs from here. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet or eventually your heels from behind. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes. Play around with your edge here. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, full body stretching. 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. If your forehead's not yet touching the floor, take a bigger step. Everybody roll forward, hips up, knees back, full stretch, touch your head to the floor, and change. Slowly come up, take your time, step your right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. Beautiful. So if your forehead touched the floor easily in the first set, take a little bit of a smaller step so your spine can stretch. If your forehead is nowhere near the floor, take a little bit of a bigger step so that your legs can stretch. Okay, arms overhead sideways, right foot to the right, a generous step, arms down. You can turn your toes in or point your toes forward, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest and go down. Stick your butt up, so leading from the lower ribs, good. If you've got a grip on your feet, bend your elbows back, elbows to calf, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine, stomach in. Everybody roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. If your head's touching the floor, take a smaller step. If your head's not touching the floor, take a bigger step. Everybody roll forward, find your edge, pull, stretch, breathe, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Change, slowly come up without bending the knees. Right, good. Step your right foot back, arms up, and with control, arms down. Triangle Trikonasana. This is also a wonderful opportunity to drink water. If you're ever looking for like the most appropriate times to drink water in class, right before triangle is one of them. Okay, inhale, arms overhead sideways. Step your right foot to the right, nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. I don't know why I made that sound so dramatic. Turn your right foot out, left toes in. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge. You can always take a wider or shorter step if it helps you to sit down more. Squeeze your glutes, pull your abdomen in, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. So eventually elbow will be in front of the knee, but if your right thigh bicep is not parallel to the floor, maybe just the wrist and forearm in front of the knee. You're not collapsing all the way down, but you're also not staying all the way lifted. You want a nice long 45-degree angle from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, pull your abdomen in. Now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line, not crisscross. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. You want your knee over your ankle, but not beyond your ankle. So if your step is too short and the knee is going beyond the ankle, that can like hurt the kneecap. Make sure shin is perpendicular to the floor, knee over ankle. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So eventually, you're just gonna bend your left knee more until the left thigh is parallel to the floor. Then elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, but don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Stomach in the whole time. Look up toward the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder as if there's a wall in front of you, and eventually you could put your left ear, the left profile of your face, your palms in your chest, everything flat against that wall. Drop your right hip down, push your left knee back, turn and twist, open your chest. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms up, and slowly, consciously arms down. Take an inhale and a slow exhale. Second set, triangle. Arms overhead, big stretch up. Step your right foot to the right, a nice generous step. Push your hips forward, lean back, stretch your arms apart. Turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right knee, sit down, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. So triangle pose is considered like the peak of the standing series. Look up and stretch up. You're using all the major muscle groups in the body. You're simultaneously opening your hips and strengthening through your inner thighs. You're simultaneously opening through your chest and shoulders and strengthening through your core and arms. Look up, stretch up, turn and twist. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. So we're using strength and flexibility equal simultaneous 50-50. Bend your left knee, stomach in, sit down, lean back, move your arms, elbow in front of the knee, aim your fingertips towards your big toe rather than your heel. Look up, stretch up, use your triceps, reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, feel a huge opening across your chest. Use your left obliques so you're never collapsing down. Sink your right hip down, turn and twist. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. Lovely. Next is standing separate leg head to knee. Dandayamana Bikaptapada, Janu Sharasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in, move your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. Chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together, front side compression. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your right front foot. Lift your right hip up, move your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, go slow. Take your time uncurling the opposite way that you went in and up last. Good, as you're ready, pick up your toes and pivot to the other side of the room or the front of your mat. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, move your right hip forward. So you can use your right glutes to push the right hip forward. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So right hip forward, pull the abdomen in. So there's no pressure on the hip joints, right? It's the muscles that surrounding the hips that are working. Bend your left leg, touch your forehead and knee together. Now, if your forehead and knee aren't touching right, you can bend your front leg. You can try taking a bigger or smaller step. You can also try turning your back toes in more. So notice if the toes are turned out. Sometimes turning the back toes in towards the front of your mat will help you to move the right hip forward so the 2 hips are in line. Eventually, forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body, especially in rounded spine postures. You want to go slow. Push forehead into knee. Lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, when you're ready, pivot on your heels, right foot back, slowly with control, arms down. Okay, second set, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top, switch the grip, step your right foot to the right, pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So squeeze your left glute, press your left hip forward, push your palms together, keep your arms in your ears. For balance challenge, hands together. Again, you can bend your front leg, touch knee and head together, stretch your fingers forward. Notice if one hip is way higher than the other, right? You want to move the left hip forward, right hip back, so both sides of your back are rounding equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you. So 2 heels in line, but not crisscross. Press your palms together. Move your right hip forward, left rib cage back, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? This is fun today. I'm looking at my baby Yoda on my baby Yoda tank top. Touch your forehead and knee together. Then if you're ever bored in yoga, just get like a fun t-shirt that you can look at in all the rounded spine postures. Bend your front leg, touch your knee and head together. If your hands are separated, start to walk them together. One day thumbs crossed, one day palms together. It helps to have the weight in the front foot for balance. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up, last. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, slowly arms down. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose and then toe stand. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. You can always even like hold on to your knee with your hand if it doesn't feel good to let the knee drop. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance left hand. Notice if one hip is higher than the other. For most folks, you want to move the right hip forward and down, even out the hips. Press your hips forward, draw the elbows down, shoulders down, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight and lift your left leg up. So you're lifting your kneecap the whole time, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can hold on to your foot from underneath on the shoelace side of your foot, left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. But if your foot starts to fall right, you can hold on to your foot the whole time. If you always hold on to your foot, every once in a while, see where your progress is, try letting go. That helps to point your left toes. Squeeze your left calf on this side, left hip forward and down. Think about temporarily eliminating any curvature in your spine as you stretch up. Good, change, left leg down, toe stand, Boujoungasana. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up, let your right knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor first, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together. Elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. Push your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change. Right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg. Squeeze your right thigh tight. Lift your left leg up. Heel to costume. Let your left knee drop. You can bring your hands together in prayer. If your foot is prone to falling, you can hold on to it on the way down, a little bit safer for the knees. And as you're ready, fold forward. A little bit goes a long way. At first, just hanging forward, eventually hands to floor. Option to stay here or walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or press your hips forward, lift your hips up, straighten your standing leg, and then press your hips forward to come up. Good. So you're going in and out with a straight leg. Nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around. Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to adjust our camera angle. We are on the floor for the rest of class. Wee, baby Yoda says hello. Okay. All right. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. When you lie with your limbs close together like this, your heart and lungs don't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It's a truly restorative practice, posture. So, the beauty of having a consistent yoga practice and a yoga practice with like consistent postures like 26 and 2 yoga, there's other styles of yoga that are the same every time too. But like this yoga are so wonderful. One, right, because you get to track your progress. Like if you're new to something and it's different every time, it's kind of hard to see like how you're changing. But with this style of yoga, right, it's pretty easy to be like, oh, this posture was really hard a month ago. And like now, right, I can like balance a little bit longer, or I can round my spine more or whatever, right? So it's nice to track your progress. It's also nice because, especially, gosh, like when so much of our lives are out of our control, when there's so many unknowns, like what a gift, right? To have kind of like a sure thing in your life that's the same every time that you can come back to, where you can kind of turn your brain off and move your body. Like that's really beautiful. And like I mentioned earlier, it's also a gift because it's a control group, right? So if you always, like if balancing stick is your posture, and one day you're like, ooh, I can't do this, or I'm falling out every time, or whatever it is, that's a wonderful gift as far as, what changed? And of course you might know what changed, right? Like you're in a different, building than you normally practice in, or you're outdoors, or like maybe you know that you have an illness or an injury going on. So you're like, of course I can't do this today. But a lot of times we don't know why that is, right? And then it's a nice opportunity to reflect on like, what has changed? Was it maybe like eating too soon before class, drinking coffee? Is it like maybe, a physical manifestation of like a difficult conversation that you had earlier in the day, right? And you get to see how playing around with other factors outside of your yoga practice affects your body, your mind, your yoga practice. And that's, gosh, again, just like a wonderful control group to have in your life. So good for you. Boujoungasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Look down the center line of your body. Pull down and then freeze here. Don't move. Don't even blink your eyes. Change, right leg down. Bend your left leg up. Pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. It is possible to overdo it. Notice if you're leaning way to the left, try to keep your right shoulder, right boot on the floor. And if your right leg does not naturally touch the floor, flex your right toes back towards your face. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit, look down the center line of your body, squeeze and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. I spoke with it's not uncommon in yoga to hear people share stories of like how yoga changed their life or like saved their life, which is like a powerful, thing to witness. But I talked to this woman once who was like, yoga like actually saved my life. And she was talking about, she'd done this practice for a long time. And one day she started to notice that Savasana felt different, like something in her lower middle back felt weird when she was lying on her back. And so she went to the doctor and it turned out that she like had a tumor on her kidney that probably would not have been detectable for a while longer were it not that she was used to lying on her back and could feel it growing, right? And could feel how like it was different in her yoga class, which I thought was fascinating. And she had to go through chemotherapy and stuff like that, but she survived, which is pretty cool. And it's a powerful reminder of like the repetition of these movements is really wonderful for when all of a sudden it feels different. and like, why does it feel different? Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down, breathe. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Notice if your right leg is going way to the right or way to the left. You want your ankle, hip, elbow, and shoulder running parallel to your spine on both sides. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows, meet each other, give yourself another big hug for coming to class. Try to palm your elbows, squeeze your knees together, keep your heels in line side by side. Head on the floor, look down and breathe. This posture is good for digestion, good for lengthening the spine. And it's a wonderful way to give yourself a nice affirmation, a hug every day. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up.
Enjoy the stretch, elbows to floor, forehead to knees.
Okay, turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Boujoungasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your elbows on the, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air, elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle. Where are your shoulders in relationship to your ears? Roll your shoulders back and down, stretch the elbows to the hips, squeeze your shoulders together like you have a number 2 pencil in between your shoulders, keep it there. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, and change. Slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open, inhale, and exhale. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders so your elbows point up. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Keep your hands flat on the floor so they're not cupping, right? The hands, the fingertips are together, all 5 fingers pointing forward, little fingers in line with your deltoids. Drop the shoulders down, lift the chest up, keep a nice long neck. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. If looking left and right aggravates your neck or shoulder in any way, you can bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face. That'll take pressure off of the neck and shoulder, eventually arms down for a deeper shoulder stretch. Locust Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. Half of 90, foot should come directly over the top of your head. So keep your right hip down, sole of right foot flat to the ceiling, lift your leg up, change slowly, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, and lift your left leg up. Press your shoulders down, spread your fingers wide, keep your triceps tight. If you're hyper flexible, micro bend your elbows here so you're pressing down through your shoulders and knuckles rather than your wrists and elbows. Change. Left leg down, third part, tuck your chin in a little. So mouth on your mat, no wrinkles on the back of your neck. Bring your arms a little closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, triceps tight, mouth down. Shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect, look to the right and take a nice easy breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. And one of the gifts of yoga is you'll notice even in a posture like this where the heart rate increases, you're still breathing through your nose, right? Pretty cool. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. Spread your fingers wide, lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up. So like throughout, yoga, there's some cool stuff, not just with breath control, but also with like heart rate control and being able to increase
or decrease your heart rate like as you see fit, right? It's pretty cool, fostering the mind-body connection, even like how you deal with your internal organs. Change right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So there's some yoga practices where you'll learn to like collapse one lung and only breathe through one lung, or you'll learn how to like really slow down your heart rate, right? Press your shoulders down, lock your left leg, lift your thigh up, change. Left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. It's really amazing what the human body is capable of. The little bit of like mental fortitude. Mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. Press your shoulders down, keep your triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your legs up. Change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the left, right ear on your mat, breathe. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. So if at any point your practice starts to get away from you, just go back to your breath. And if you're really like having a little bit of a stressful moment inside or outside of your yoga practice, make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale, right? That's like a wonderful tool to have in your pocket. Keep your legs together, toes, heels touch, lift your arms above the top line of your head. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathing in and breathing out. And the thing about like yoga, mindfulness, breathing techniques, the thing to keep in mind is like, they are not cures, they are healing tools, right? So it's not that I learned how to exhale through my nose and now like my life is easy. It's that I've learned how to exhale through my nose and now I'm able to better breathe through the stuff in my life that's not so easy, right? So that's the goal. It's not that you learn how to exhale slowly and all of a sudden like everything is like rainbows and kittens and butterflies, right? It's the idea that you learn how to exhale slowly and then that not so fun stuff in life becomes a little bit more manageable, right? That's the goal. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift everything, lifting off the floor. Keep your hands at a 45-degree angle. So they're not all the way forward, but they're not all the way down. This is a nice like half shoulder rotation. So you can still stretch the arms apart, keep your triceps tight, legs locked, neck long, lock your legs, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right ear on your mat. And obviously, I'm sure everyone here is familiar with like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We can't like think about self-realization and world peace if we don't have our basic needs met. So sometimes I'll see like in yoga communities, this meme that drives me nuts. That's like, if everyone in this world learned how to meditate, or if we taught all children in this world how to meditate, like, you know, war would be eliminated in like one generation. And I'm always like, yes, but also we have to make sure that like those children can like eat, right? And have a safe place to sleep, right? Again, meditation, mindfulness, yoga, it is not the cure. It is a healing tool. And it's a like such a privilege and a gift to have those healing tools in your back pocket. Dhanurasana floor bow, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. And I still think all children should learn how to meditate. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still, looking good. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Bring your knees in so your ankles and knees are in line, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, eyes open. Good, second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside or opposite foot, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with the index fingers. So you can always do this like one leg at a time. You can also do cat-cow instead, or bridge. Squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up and kick. If there's ever a posture that doesn't feel good for your body, please feel free to reach out to me after class. I have some, you know, usually I've got some good like modifications and some considerations, maybe like some, optional other postures you can try so that you still get like the spirit of the posture without going into a point or like you're making an angry face or you can't breathe. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat. So there's always, I think, like we always have, maybe not like a perfect solution, but like there's always an alternative, right, to a yoga posture. If you're ever feeling like, I can't do this yoga anymore, like there's no way I could do that, I promise we have some like modifications, some different ways of looking at the posture where you'll still feel that in your body without causing harm to yourself. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. I'm going to show you from the side, fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. Start in tabletop, open your knees, open your feet, and as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. One day sitting down between your heels. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. What I just described in 10 seconds takes some people 10 years, and that's okay. It's so cheesy, but also it's so true. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, right? It's about what you learn on the way down. And frankly, in yoga, there is no final destination, right? That's not that horror movie from the 2000s. There's no final destination. Once you get all the way down, I'm going to tell you to do a deeper back bend or bring your knees together. So don't worry about going like all the way into the posture, because there's truly no such thing as all the way into the posture, right? You're just meeting yourself where you are. Change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And when you have that realization that there's no like end point in yoga, you have a choice. You can either go, well, what the hell is the point? Or you can go, great, then there's no pressure, right? If there's no like end game to the postures, you start to realize that it's truly not about the postures, it is truly about you, and like how you look in the postures, how you breathe in the postures, your progress, right? What changes over time. Those things are byproducts, right? Again, the goal is like self-realization, getting to know yourself a little better, love yourself better. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set, fixed firm. You can start knees, feet together, hips on your heels. This is the traditional way to get into this posture. Keep your knees together, open your feet, sit down between your heels. If you need to separate your knees, that's okay too. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab other elbow on top. So if this is easy, walk your shoulders back closer to your hips to lift your chest higher like a natural human bridge. Tuck your chin in a little bit more to lengthen the spine. And one day bring your knees back together, but knees never come off the floor. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Press yourself up carefully. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. So we get into a little bit of trouble, when we think that like yoga is going to like cure me personally and the world of all of its issues, but we also do ourselves and yoga a disservice when we say it's just stretching, right? It's like it's somewhere in between. It's not a cure, but it's a powerful healing tool. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Kramasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs, big stretch up and go down. You're welcome to put one or both hands on the floor to help yourself in. Otherwise, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers down, get elbows and wrists off the floor, just the knife edges of your pinky fingers on the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come on up, chin away from the chest, little scoop in your chest as you lift, good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. If the sit-ups ever start to bother your back, skip the sit-ups by rolling off to the side, or if after class you're like, my back hurts, and like not in a way of like you just worked out, right, but in a like, ooh, that hurts. Skip the sit-ups next time you practice. Anytime you're finding that your back does not feel good after yoga, the forward curl stuff is the stuff that we want to eliminate first. So you can roll off to the side here, or legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Keep your arms with your ears as you stretch. Good. Turn and come to the back of your mat, second set. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top, push palms together, stretch up, go down. How long can you look forward? Squeeze your feet together for control. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, squeeze feet together, chin away from your chest, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Heels on the floor, arms with your ears. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat, Camel, Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, lift your nose, lift your chin. One day head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your HEELS heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up. Come up, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. I remember many years ago going through like a very necessary but also painful breakup. And I remember being like, oh, like camel pose, that's the emotional posture. It's going to be real hard to do this. My first class after the breakup, like preparing myself for, I don't know, that I was going to like cry or that I would like freeze halfway through and not be able to move. And instead it was like the most lighthearted, freeing camel pose that I'd had in a long time. And that actually made me like realize or really confirm to me that like a weight had been lifted, right? By shedding that relationship that was no longer like healthy or fruitful. And so, not only does the yoga like help heal our body, but it can also kind of remind us of like on days where things feel good, why is that, right? Versus on days where things feel bad. It goes in both directions. And sometimes just being able to move your body when everything else is a little bit confusing or up in the air is like such a reassurance, right? So you're just giving yourself that reassurance. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the top of your mat. Second set, you can roll up your mat if this posture bothers your knees at all, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, bring elbows together, push hips forward, start to look up. This might be enough, already opening through the front of the body. When you're ready, lift your nose and chin, and one day head goes back. You can stay right here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. And if that feels good, when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back. Rather than leaning back, it's almost like you're pulling on your heels so you don't fling forward. The whole spine is back bending, whole front of the body stretching. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up. Very nice. Stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. Take an inhale, feel your chest rise. Exhale, let your chest fall. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, rabbit, Sasangasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Take your time, round your spine, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, lift your hips up.
If there's a gap between your knees and your forehead, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, pull your abdomen in, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, turn around, Savasana.
That posture has always been tricky for me, but probably always will be. But I've noticed that like the Sunday 4 p.m. class is like the sweet spot where that posture is the best. You might also notice like that changes in seasons or the time of day or the day of the week also affect your yoga practice. And that's also like a really interesting thing to reflect on. I'm like, why is that? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, second set, rabbit, let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, that joke never gets old. Grab your heel, right, stretch up, grab your heels, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, eventually arms lock, shoulders up, heels together, stomach in, hips forward, round your back. Good, change, hips down first and then slowly uncurl, no rush. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Okay, for the sake of time, we're just gonna do one set of head to knee, one set of stretching and flow that straight into spine twist. Wee, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, Boujoungasana, head to knee. Right leg out, left leg in, just one set. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, big stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. Flex your toes back, pull your abdomen in, drop your shoulders down away from your ears, right elbow down, right shoulder down, right rib cage down, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, hands sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers. Middle and index finger, thumb on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out, lock your legs, puff up your chest, and fold forward. Rather than like pulling, tugging, and rounding your spine, think about lengthening from the lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way through the neck. So stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees stretch, lock your legs, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, stay seated. We're gonna go into spine twist. You can keep your left leg straight or you can bend your left leg, touch your right heel to left knee corner. Right arm close behind you like a second spine, left arm up and over, push your right knee out of the way, grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch. Now look down and if you're sitting on your left foot, slide it to the left, roll to the right. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance, especially if you find that you're leaning back or tilting to one side. Otherwise, reach your right hand off the floor, reach behind you, grab your waistband, one day your left thigh with your right hand. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open, abdomen in. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee. Remember that you can also keep your right leg straight in front of you. Left arm close behind you, right arm up, draw a circle over, push left knee out of the way, grab a right knee with right hand, point your right toes, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull abdomen in, look over the left shoulder twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you, catch your right thigh with your left hand for a bind. Keep spine straight, chest up. Pull the abdomen in, eyes open, look over left shoulder where eyes go. Your body can conceive of following. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around. Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. We finish focusing on the breath. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. So we began with pranayama, standing deep breathing, and we end with Kapalbhati, skull shining breathing, this time in a kneeling position. So ideally you'll sit in Vajrasana. That word was hard. Vajrasana, firm pose with your hips on your heels. But if it hurts to sit on your feet, sit on your butt for now. Every once in a while, try to sit like this. Lock your arms, lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up tall, arms locked, shoulders down, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around, final Savasana. You can close your eyes, open your arms and legs, take up as much or as little space as feels right to you, and take a deep, life-giving breath. As you inhale, feel your chest rise, ribs expand. As you exhale, feel your shoulders fall, ribs contract. Right, this attention to the breath, this intentional slow breath, it's not a cure, but it is a tool. It's not a miracle, but it is miraculous, right? Yoga is not magic, but it's kind of magical. And you get to create that magic, that miracle in your own life. Breathing in, breathing out, and all is coming.